everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bailey and today's video is a training vlog showing you guys what I train with Maverick during my lunch breaks at work. If you did not know, I do bring Maverick to work with me. I have a whole video kind of just showing you highlights of what that is like, but I thought I would show you guys kind of more in depth of what I am working on with him, particularly at work. I do work at a forklift dealership and there is a shop and a lot of equipment in that shop, so there's a lot of fun things to work with and train with. And I do want to say, I know I've been posting a lot of training videos, but just being realistic with you guys, that is what it's like training a service dog. Especially Maverick is now 7 months old. There's just still so much to train him with and around, and yeah, I'm sorry there's been a lot of training videos, but also just being honest with you guys, that is what my life is like day in and day out, trying to expose him to as much as I can. And also, just on the note of being honest and realistic with you guys, I am in a training slump, and I say this just to relate to anyone who might be going through the same thing, and also to encourage anyone who's going through the same thing, because training slumps happen and they're kind of hard to get out of, just like any slump is. But yeah, I'm in a training slump. I feel like I'm not doing enough. I feel like I've exposed Maverick to everything that I can at home and at work and things that are close by, but he's getting into that point of his training where we need to like go out and just expose him to things that I personally would normally never do. For example, this is kind of an extreme example, he's not ready for this yet, but like going to a mall. I never go to the mall, but that's something eventually that I would need to take him to, just for that exposure and really just trying to make him as bomb-proof as possible. So it's hard for me to go when I never really go there in the first place. Extreme example, but just to give you guys an idea. I also work a full-time job, and when I get home from work, it's been dark outside. I will say, like, spring and summer is coming, so I'm so excited about that the days are longer, so there will be like more time to go out and do things and expose him like he is needing after work. Not to say we have not been training at all. I've been pushing through, keeping on training, but yeah, just kind of, I'm personally getting bored with it a little bit, and so that probably means Maverick is too. I mean, Maverick loves to train, but I want to challenge him and not just do things that are always easy for him. Just being honest with you guys, I've been in this training slump for the past week or two, but the type A person that I am made some lists of ideas of things just to make me feel excited again about training, get out of the slump, get excited. We're no longer bored with training, and I am just type A, so I like making lists. Thank you to my friend Olivia for helping me make some of these lists. But yeah, I have a list of places to go, noises to expose them to, and then just things to expose them to. So like, for example, like things to expose him to, grates. He might have to walk over like a small one if we're like walking in the street or something, I don't know. But you never know what your service dog is going to run into and if that's going to like spook him or not. So we try to expose him to everything. Foil, I've done tin foil inside, but I have not done that outside. Places to go, I was thinking of more like city areas. That's something that I haven't worked on a lot with him. Places like just walking the downtown areas, walking around like a strip mall or an outlet mall where there'd be a lot of like outside walking. Those are just some ideas. And then for noises, really just noises you can search on YouTube, like sirens and like cat noises, just like anything and everything you can find. I'm sure there's a lot on YouTube of different sounds. So yeah, I hope that kind of gives you some ideas of, if you're in a training slump, try to just sit down, reflect where you're at with the training, where your dog is at, and kind of what are some baby goal next steps. So for me and Maverick, some of my baby goal next steps is to do more outside exposure, and what I mean by that is doing just confidence training at a playground, and then doing some like more kind of like I said, more busy urban areas. I don't think he's ready. He's getting there, but he's not ready yet for non-pet friendly places. So these are all just like walking around outside in busy area. So that's kind of my next baby step. I also would like to start behavioral interruption training with Maverick, just introducing one, and I will teach him to do the paw, not booping it. That's just my preference, and kind of what I've been preparing his paw command for is to then transform that and shape that into the behavioral interruption. So anyways, those are some of my baby goals, and a big goal, I guess I'll say in this video, is to fly with him. I'm kind of planning some trips later this year, and he turns 1 at the end of July. So kind of around that time frame, I would love to fly with him. We'll see if that happens. But yeah, that's kind of like my one big goal, but baby steps getting there. I try not to focus too much on my big goals, but really just baby step by baby step. But yeah, that was a really long rant of what's been going on and my training slump, how I'm getting out of it, and some ideas. So anyways, I hope that was helpful for at least one person. But without further ado, let's get into some training and just fun confidence building that I've been doing with Mav at work. I always like to start off our training sessions with a warm-up of just basic commands. I've also been working on adding distance and duration to his sit and lay down. And then we also work on some heel work. And then I always get questions about this. I use his paws up command just for confidence building. Also trust that he trusts me to put his paws up on all this different equipment, just anything I can find in the shop here. And then I really am working on this sit, y'all. The distance, duration, just making it more challenging. There is nothing like having a solid foundation of basic commands, so do not skip over those. But yeah, and then here I am weighing him, and he weighs 54 pounds, which I cannot believe that. He is 7 months right now. That's just crazy. And then here I ask him to put his paws up on the buckets, and why I keep asking him to get up is because he kept coming off without the release cue. So I'm really just making those very clear. You're not going to get rewarded unless I give you that release cue. Working on the down with distance and duration, and this time, yeah, he got it up by himself, so I put him back where he was, and he got it this third time. So awesome job, Mav. Once I'm done in the shop, I'm not about to sit on that dirty shop floor. I will come into the offices and sit on the floor here and do some DPT practice. So that is what I'm doing here, is really working on his DPT, throwing in some other commands just to switch it up. And then really I'm working on just duration with this DPT right now. So sometimes as soon as he lays his weight on me, I'll ask him to get off. Other times
I will mark it with my duration marker and kind of wait a little bit longer and then ask him to get up. So that's what we're working on here.
So that was me training Mav at work during our lunch break. As you can see, there are just a lot of fun, different things to train around and expose Maverick to. I do a lot of our confidence training in the shop, just putting his paws up on different surfaces as you guys saw, and then I usually go inside into the office to sit down and do the DPT training. I was using the word cover, that's my command for DPT, and then just some basics. But yeah, that is what our training sessions are looking like right now. I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little training video. I hope someone related to my rant at the beginning, and really just encourage you guys to just get out there and train, even if it's for 5 minutes, even if it's just something at home. There are a lot of things around you to train. If you're in a training slump, I definitely get you, but I also encourage you just to get out there and train. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye, friends.